Hello operators, welcome back to Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Once again, my name is James Oman. Thank you very much for tuning in, and let's get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it today by starting with gear. So we don't have the best kit yet, so the first thing that we're going to do after talking to the guy when we got in last time you saw, we ended with quite a concerned look on our boy Nomad's face. Oh, well, hey, let's do this before we go to the shop. Holt survived. We need to go have a chat with him. Let's find out what he has to say. Now, this game, like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, adds light RPG elements to the game. So, conversations have a little bit of substance. Now, it is definitely nothing, innovative or anything like that. It's your pretty standard fare when it comes to dialogue.
Oh. Hey. How are you, man?
Nomad. Who's left? Who made it?
Hey, you just relax, pal. I'm doing what I can.
You damn superhero. Here's another superpower.
I can't find Midas. But Weaver... Hey, just relax, pal. We'll take care of it, all right?
And the Wasp.
Yeah. And with the comms blackout, I can't reach the ship. But I'll talk to Matt Schultz, the big guy. He might have a boat I can use. Don't you worry. I'll come back with some help.
Go.
Now, we've had one conversation with him, but there's usually more than one conversation you can have with a person. So we're going to go ahead and go back into that menu to see if Holt has anything else to add to it. Alright, we'll begin with Weaver's death.
Man. No, Weaver was a good dude.
I'll say. He didn't take a dump without checking his gear.
Well, he didn't take any chances.
How'd he do it?
Don't.
How did he do it?
He executed him. Like he was some rabid dog.
Backstabbing piece of shit.
Is Midas alive?
I wonder if Midas made it.
That dude crossed the border outside Juarez, blackout drunk in ranger panties and flip-flops. If anyone can hold it together out here, it's him.
God, you remember that?
If he's out there, we got a shot.
Maybe.
Give me the three of us. You, me, Midas. We'll find that piece of shit, Walker. Run him right into the ground. We got to. For Weaver.
You're not exactly in fighting shape right now, man. You gonna be able to walk again?
I better. This ain't no way for me to go out.
You get some rest, pal.
Now, let's go ahead and turn about here. Now let's speak with the shop owner here. Alright, so let's talk to the shop owner here. Now you see she's got a mission marker above her head. This means that she's going to have a mission for us. So talk to Maria Schultz. Hello, Maria. My name's Nomad.
You ready for your personal tour of Erewhon?
Just don't forget to swing by the gift shop.
Never.
Bang, bang!
I always thought that was charming.
Now, the naval station closed down years ago. Who are these kids?
The birds and the bees, Nomad. We've got 3 generations living on this island. If I can be blunt, I don't like you soldiers being here. It puts these kids at risk. But my own man bleeds red, white, and blue, so we'll never turn our backs on you. I can sort you out if you need any gear or supplies. You and your troops can bivouac over there. If you really get to feel froggy, you can talk to Sergeant Rowan Brown. He used to be Kiwi SAS. He likes scouting around the island for those elite troops. They call themselves wolves. Rowan likes picking fights with them. And over in our war room, we're working on our own logistics. You can usually find Mads in there. There's a Celtic engineer, Jericho, hanging around. She's worried about something big on another island. You might need to bring some friends with you on that picnic. So like I said, we will never turn our backs on you, but you better not do anything to put this community in danger.
Oh, I think you've got a hunch it's already in danger. But don't worry. I'll do my best to keep all of you safe.
Let's hope it's enough.
Indeed. Okay. So she's gonna... So that gave us a mission. Oh, it gave us a completion of a mission. So, now, let's see. Alright. So let's go ahead and talk to her again, because you see she's still got a marker above her head, which means, of course, she has another mission for us. So, how to find attachments. Equip a weapon attachment.
What's the best way to customize my weapons around here?
Well, let's see. You're probably going to want a new scope, a couple of rail attachments, some bigger magazines, maybe even a new suppressor.
Huh. You know your stuff.
When we came out here, we were planning to survive.
Do you have anything you could sell me?
I don't have much, but you can take a look. I'll sell you what I can. If you need something I don't have, you can rummage through any military crates you stumble across. The more Sentinel Corp guns guarding them, the more likely you'll be interested in what they're keeping inside.
I like the way you think.
Okay. So, now we can go ahead and talk to her and take a look at the shop real quick. Because she wants us to put a weapon attachment on the gun. And the best way to do that is to come right in here.
I've got all the best stuff.
Okay, so Miss Schultz here has a few different things for us to look at. The first thing is our weapons page. So this is going to be, just your standard issue weapons that you can find, anywhere in the world. Basic quality. You've got one here that's a bit above basic, but that's typically what you're going to find up here in this longer one. This is your, the prime weapon. But all of these are purchasable using screds or skell credits. And these things you can find all over the world. So we're going to go ahead and re-kit ourselves. We're going to start with an M82 as our main class weapon. We're going to do a 1911 as our sidearm. And we're going to go ahead and do a 516 as our main support. That gets us pretty well set up. And then we'll come over here and take a look at what they have here. So here you can find some gear if you're really having a hard time finding anything to sort of bump you up that few notches. You can come here to see if they've got anything that's big enough for you. Now I usually avoid buying anything from here because you can find it out in the world fairly easily. So I don't really lean on this much. But this right here is a particular piece of armor that I enjoy the look of a lot, so we're going to go ahead and pick it up. And then here we have the weapons on demand. So this is basically the weapons blueprints you have that can be crafted by the people here at Erewhon. Fairly simple. Usually they're much better weapons and they craft at a level comparable to your gear score. And here we have the vehicles, and I'm really impressed by this. They have a rather large array of vehicles, everything from armored trucks to, specialized off-road vehicles to sports cars, muscle cars, rally trucks, dirt bikes. They've got these little Jeeps that look like glorified golf carts. They've got these sort of luxury-looking cars. They've got helicopters. They've got these little Mad Max-looking buggies. They've got big cargo trucks. And then here's my personal favorite, and something that I'm very excited to be able to get a hold of, and that's these futuristic-looking, like Dragonfly helicopters. They've got these dual, counter-rotating blades, and no tail rotor, and they just look boss as hell. During the beta, I had a chance to find one. I flew around it in a little bit, and it's really decent. And add to that the fact that the flight model for the helicopters feels a whole lot more, a little bit more intuitive, and also it's easier to aim the damn things. So you can use the guns on them without having to worry about, having to have a frickin' passenger to take care of all that for you. Alright, here we got consumables, and these are things that you can buy here, or you can also craft them at the bivouac if you have enough materials to do so. Pretty self-explanatory. And then here we go. We have your weapons attachment. So she wants us to attach a weapon attachment. So we're going to go ahead and try to grab two things while we're here. We may not have enough for two things. Let's go ahead and check it out. So we're going to do the dual sight because this is the one that we're going to end up putting on that ASR. And that makes it so that we don't have. Here, let's go ahead and do this. We'll buy. We'll buy this here. We'll go, and that's going to give us a laser sight to put on there as well. So that'll be useful, and that'll set us up for attachments. Right now, we're running real low on screds, but we can always go out and get more. And here's our cosmetic page. Now, I'm sure. As a disclaimer, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. There's going to be a ton of stuff in the actual microtransaction store that you're going to be able to buy. Things that you likely aren't going to be getting in this particular store, but that's okay. I'm not going to really lean much on the monetization of the game. I'm going to focus on what we can work with here. And, it's got a fair amount of things that you can use in order to make your ghosts look unique and kind of, personalize them to yourself. So, we'll be coming back in here and getting quite a few things in order to spruce us up as we go. So, let's go ahead and move on. So here we have the knives. Now, each of these knives are, unique in looks, but I think also the difference between a crambit and a straight-bladed knife, and maybe even a crambit, a long straight-bladed knife, and a short straight-bladed knife. I think each of these has a different animation set, at least from what I've seen so far, for each of the knives. So a crambit is, they typically go for the throat a lot, cutting arteries. The longer knives, they seem to do more of the stabbing up their chests and stuff like that. The shorter knives, they seem to come up from behind a lot and get them in the neck and things like that. So, now don't take my word on it because I certainly haven't experienced enough of it to tell you for sure, but it does seem like that. So, the next panel is where we get into your card personalization. So, these are obviously the banners for your card, and, your card, like any other, game that has multiplayer, any shooter like this, you're going to have your card that's going to help people know who just killed them, and, who to look for if they want to get that vengeance on. And then you have here, your emblems. Now, these are part of your card as well. These are the little things. It's going to appear in the upper right-hand corner. You see the little ghost thing. When I go to change that, that will change to whichever one of these we decide to get. And the one we're going to go ahead and go for when it's time is the T-Rex. And then last but not least, you have your emotes. Pretty simple, fair here, what you'd expect from a game that includes multiplayer. So we're going to go ahead and leave now. And she gave us a mention, our new mission, how to find attachments. Well, see, we kind of cheated. Not really cheated, but we did kind of jump the shark a bit on that. So let's go ahead and go in here and equip us properly with our 5.16, our sniper rifle, and our M19. 11, and we're going to go ahead and then modify them, put them together. So we don't have anything for a mag, we know that. We've got a suppressor. We're always going to run with a suppressor, even though it does give us a little bit of a damage penalty. It really is not something that you end up feeling, especially if you're typically going for headshots. Rail cover, we got that laser, so we're going to go ahead and put that on there because it helps us with hip fire accuracy. We don't do that very often, but when it does come down to it, it could be useful. And here we're going to have that dual sight because versatility on the battlefield is always important, and this is a pretty decent and standard setup for me. The RDS with the with the ACOG fold out attachment here is it does a really good job of giving me that close / medium long range kind of capabilities with it. And I would suggest really on all of the weapons that you have that option. If you have a dual sight, really sort of look into those because many of the weapons types in the game have the dual sights. So even the sniper rifle here, you'll notice we have a dual sight, and what this is it's a ACOG on top here, and then your normal zoom scope here, and it sort of turns a sniper rifle into a hybrid sniper rifle / designated marksman's rifle. And as I said, versatility in a single weapon can become the difference between life or death here in this game. Being able to switch ranges without needing to switch guns is going to be a real big advantage in a lot of the skirmishes that you get in. And the guys are good enough at figuring out what's going on that even going in sneaky, you're likely to alert someone and at least need to to dodge people to get out of the way. And sometimes they'll get right up on you, and especially if you're a sniper, it's good to be able to go from that long range to that medium range to sort of clear any advancement that might be coming up on your your position. And of course we want a suppressor because even a big ass gun like this can be a little quieter. And we're gonna go do the same thing here. We've got a silencer and we've got a laser, so that's gonna help us out here, and that's good. So that's also going to get us another mission completion, and there we go. Let's see. Looks like we might have gotten. Yep, there we go. Mission complete. Now we'll talk to her again because if you see, she still has the blue marker above her head, which means hey, she's got more missions for us. Upgrade a weapon. Okay, let's talk to him.
My weapons aren't going to cut it as is.
What's wrong with them?
They're old, worn out. Need to keep pace with our enemies.
Well, you can always upgrade your weapon to a higher quality mark. All you need are the right weapon parts. We have to build everything for ourselves out here. We got people that could fabricate you just about anything.
Self-reliant. I like it.
You could find parts and materials by dismantling other weapons. They're chock full of stuff.
Well, I'll have to see what I can find then.
So this is what I was talking about last episode when I told you about how there's nothing that's really useless in this game. As you get, weapons and things like that, you'll want to dismantle them or sell them. At first, I'm going to suggest dismantling them because that's going to give you components like metal parts, standard weapon parts, DMR parts if it's a DMR, ASR parts if it's an ASR, sniper rifle parts, so on and so forth. And then those parts go into your inventory. And then the next step is to go and looking at what you have equipped, go into the customization menu where we put all of our attachments and things on, and you'll notice down here that it says upgrades. Okay, so you use those weapon parts to upgrade your weapon past its quality mark. And this is going to make it so that whatever weapon you end up wanting to have, you can keep for a very long time. Because with this system, your guns aren't going to stagnate as quickly as you might have expected them to, given that there is a fairly heavy emphasis on loot. So hopefully that helps to soothe some concerns. That also completes a submission, and we can come over here and talk to Miss Schultz once again. Create a weapon from a blueprint.
I'm gonna need better weapons than this if I'm gonna take on Sentinel and these drones.
Shoot, you think we wouldn't like weapons that could take out those drones? No, we don't have the kind of hardware you're looking for.
I guess I'll just have to take what I need from Sentinel then.
That's certainly the most direct route, but there might be another way. We do have some very skilled craftsmen here. They might be able to make something for you. Only thing is, they'll need blueprints for what you need built.
Where can I get blueprints?
Well, Sentinel Corp came here with their own design schematics. They got blueprints for every weapon you can think of, and are using Scale-Tech tooling to craft whatever weapon they need. You'll find them anywhere that's protected by Sentinel Corp, and in particular the Wolves. Be sure to check every military crate you run across.
Sounds promising. I'll keep an eye out.
Okay. Seems like she's got no more missions. Hey, but you know what? That doesn't mean we don't need to talk to her. So let's go ahead and talk with her again. And this time we're going to go discuss situation on Auroa.
I need to be brought up to speed on the situation here.
Hell, I don't know much. We try to stay away from what goes on the other side of the island. But lately, things have just gotten so you can't ignore it anymore.
What's been happening? Try to remember every detail you can.
Let's see. I guess it all started when the Skell headquarters was bombed. After that, everything changed. They brought in the security company, Sentinel. They were supposed to keep everything safe, but then it all went to shit.
You mean Skell went missing?
Missing? They said terrorists kidnapped him.
You believe that?
Hell no. They're making all that stuff up.
Why would they do that?
I have no idea. The only thing I can say for sure is ever since he went missing, Sentinel got a lot more aggressive. They're looking everywhere for Skell. They want him bad.
Local currency.
Listen, I'm gonna need to gear up, but I didn't exactly bring much cash on this trip.
If you're asking for money, I can't help you. Wish I could, but look, I need to buy my stock, and with things as they are...
Don't worry, I'll find a way to get what I need. Just tell me what people use to buy things on Auroa.
Well, the good news is everyone takes American dollars and New Zealand dollars. But they're pretty rare. Most people use something called screds. It's some kind of computer money Skell-Tech came up with. Cryptocurrency, I think they call it. You can buy things with it just like regular money. Bunch of hooey, if you ask me.
What do I need to access it?
Oh, it's everywhere. It's virtual, you see? You can find it on just about any computer, or cell phones, or data pads. Hell, even the drones and relay antennas can get them. They're floating all around in signals, or some such thing.
Well, then I guess I'll be making some withdrawals.
Okay. Let's go ahead and let her to her
I'll see you
business.
around.
You be safe out there.
Yes, ma'am.
And get on with some of the conversations that we can have. Okay, so first of all, we're going to cruise this way because all the way back here in a corner there is a side mission for us. See, there we go, it pops up over there. Alright, here we go.
Hello. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Alright, Horn of Plenty.
It's a hell of a rig you got there.
Yeah, she's a beaut, ain't she?
This is just a little maintenance work. But yeah, we managed to set up a system of hydropower with parts printed by the 3D lab.
What, you printed the parts?
Pretty wild, huh? You should see the stuff Startup was putting together.
Hell, they could print much larger designs. Complex machinery, working parts, those kind of things.
Really?
This tech was invented to make the world accessible to everyone. When Sentinel took over the island, they started printing parts for their deadly drones. It ain't right.
Again with this? Look, we already know how you feel.
When I saw what they were doing with the program, I left and joined up with the Homesteaders. But hey, if you're interested, why not check out the Startup?
Yeah, where's that at?
It's called polymorph modeling. It's down in the southeastern part of Smuggler Coves, west of the swamp.
Thanks. See you around.
Okay. That's going to be someplace interesting to check out. I didn't know they had startups on Auroa. You'd think it was all owned by Skeltech. Alright, let's talk to Rowan here. He used to be a Kiwi member of the Kiwi SAS, yet he has absolutely no accent. Let's go ahead and discuss. Fighting wolves.
You're a little far from home, aren't you?
I'm here on work. This is no vacation.
You don't look like the typical tourist. In fact, you look like you have a little bit of soldier in you.
Well, what's your story?
I came here looking for a little peace. Instead, I found the wolves.
It sounds like we have a common enemy. What can you tell me about them?
I've been doing recon on those pricks for months now. They're different than regular Sentinel. They're more like you. They're highly specialized. They work in small teams and they're lethal. They got their own op sites all to themselves. They hardly ever leave. They just train.
I'll have to pay them a visit.
What? You got a death wish? You can't fight them alone. They're too good. You'll need a full team to take them on.
Can I count you in?
Like I said, I came here looking for peace. But that doesn't mean I can't tell you where to find a fight. Let me know when you're ready. You'll need a team, so either bring your own or I'll help you find one. Then I'll show you where to find the Wolves' current op site, and you can get down to business.
Alright, let's ask about his military past.
Rowan, you got a little military in you.
I guess I still look the part. Hard to wash that stink off, huh?
Tell me about it. Who were you with?
Army, 10th Mountain.
Good. That ought to come in handy.
Can't tell who you're with, though. I'd call that a non-standard uniform.
We need deniability sometimes. And honestly, I wear what's comfortable. They let us get away with a lot.
You're one of those people.
I guess I am.
Reckon you can't tell me the name of your unit.
I could, but...
You'd have to kill me. Right. So, where were you before?
375. For 12 years.
A ranger. I should have known. Ran into a few of your guys in Afghanistan back in '03.
'03, I was there. It was a busy time.
No shit.
Oh yeah. Jumped into Kandahar in '01, and went back in '03, '05, '06, '08, and '09.
Well, you definitely smell like a ranger.
You mean like success?
I was gonna say like crayons and sadness.
I like you, bro. So, Rowan, how is it that you settled here on Auroa?
You know, classic stuff. Came to the island, found peace, didn't mind the neighbors until they pulled out the killer drones. The usual.
Okay, let's go ahead and leave him.
I'll see you later.
Cool. The battlefield will need more blood. Makes the green grass grow, right?
Alright, let's leave him to his business. Now, we could talk to him again and get some information about PvP, but that's typically not my thing. Now, if I could find a group of operators I could rely on, I might be persuaded to join and see how some co-op went. Let me know what you guys think, and if you guys know anyone, let me know. And who knows, maybe we can get some squads going. But until then, we'll move on to the next mission givers and see if we can't pack out our journal a little bit more fully. Give us some operations to sort out when we're out there. Here we go, we've got another side mission.
Hi.
One man's hell.
Couldn't help but overhear. There's some kind of problem?
We're not sure. Our friend, Samuel's missing.
You a homesteader?
Yeah, used to be. Before he decided he'd rather live by himself. No great loss, if you ask me.
He likes catching his own food. Says it keeps him closer to nature or something like that. And then he gives the furs and leftover meat to the camp. Never takes anything in return.
I don't get it. Sounds like he knows how to take care of himself.
Last week, he was down here hollering about running into a bunch of sentinels on his land. They said they carried away a couple of deer he caught, smashed up his traps, and then... this week, nothing. Samuel's always had a temper, but in this place, these days, you say the wrong thing to the wrong person, well, you know.
Yeah, I know. Say, where are his usual stomping grounds?
He's typically around to the southeast of Garden Mangrove, northeastern part of Gairon.
I'll see if I can find him. Thanks. Awesome. Thanks.
Another side mission. Now, last thing we need to do before we take off is talk to Mads. Find a way off the island.
How's your pal? Holding up. Thanks for looking after him. You heard anything about a Lieutenant Colonel Walker?
That the guy that works with the troops call themselves the Wolves? Used to be Skeltech's military advisor. Heard he was an operator. You know him?
Yeah. Yeah, we met a couple times.
You got a mean look in your eye. You got big plans?
You know how I can get off this island?
Right. And leave us regular folk to fend for ourselves, huh? Auckland is 2,000 kilometers away. It's an awful long way to run with your tail between your legs.
I'm not running, Mads. The USS Wasp is a couple dozen clicks off the coast. If I can get there, I can come back here with some help.
The Wasp, huh? Not sure I'm fond of the idea of a bunch of squids running around our island.
Well, there are a couple of jarheads on board, too.
Well, if that's the case... Look, I'll be straight with you. We know that we're no match for former Spec Ops. So some of our friends, homesteaders and Skell employees both, are leaving the island on a couple of boats. Can you get them protection on the Wasp?
Absolutely.
All right. I'll tell you where the boats are.
Alright. Now, Just like before, we're going to want to talk to Mads again because, you know, more exposition is always fun. How Erewhon was created.
Lucky you found this place.
Rowan Brown knew about this place for a while. We figured sacred ground always makes good sanctuary.
That's pretty damp, though.
It's still a work in progress, all right? We've managed to stay under the radar so far. With all of you, our people, a bunch of Skeltech employees. I don't think you've got room to complain.
Hey, I'm not complaining. This place is great.
Exploring Auroa.
It'd be a pretty island without all the military contractors and killer drones.
Used to be. I'd get some leave and just walk. I'd spend whole weeks just walking around with a pack on my shoulder.
Well, I'm probably getting my share of sightseeing.
These islands have changed hands so much, it's like a time capsule. I keep telling myself, one day, I'll get back out there, just see it all again before I'm too old to make the trip. Then again, who knows how far I'd get now.
Homesteader's background.
You don't look like Skeltech employees.
No. I used to be a Marine at the naval station here. Some of the folks you see, like Maria, my old lady, they lived on the station with their families. When the Navy shut the place down in the 90s, a few of us stayed and homesteaded. We worked a long time to make a place for ourselves on Auroa.
And now, you're in Sentinel's way.
Most of my people are holing up here for now. I ain't been home in a dog's age, but I'll stand by any man or woman in green. You soldiers can stay as long as you don't cause trouble. And you lend a hand.
We appreciate it.
All right. Thank you,
Talk
Mads.
to you later.
See ya.
Okay. So, because it is getting pretty close to time for me to wrap up this video, I'm not going to go too much further for now. Otherwise we might run well over an hour with this. So, what I'm going to go ahead and do is leave that for now and say next time we'll talk about the bivouac and we'll head out into the world and start to carve out our foothold on Auroa. Thank you very much, operators. I look forward to seeing you next time.